Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Just 1 minute. Meeting 40 minutes. It's recording. It's 46, right?
Yes, sir.
You are understanding the concept or not?
Yes,
Hmm.
sir.
Okay, fine. So, just 1 minute. Um, yeah. So, fine with this arguments, right? So, what are the different arguments we have? It is fine, right? So see the next one. We have local variables and global variables. I think you may heard of this two terms, local and global before. Somewhere I think you have seen this one. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In the C you have listened this one, right? So now tell me
Yes.
which one comes under the local, which one comes under the global?
Sir, outside the function is a global variable, inside the function is local variable.
Very good, very good. So inside the function, what are the variables? You are initializing, you are creating some functions inside the function and you are using them inside the function and you are doing the manipulation inside the function. Those comes under, all those comes under the local functions. In this example, a plus a plus equal to 1, all this comes under this local function only. If you want to call them out, you are going to get an error. Okay, those are not accessible outside. Whereas the global functions, those functions you can write outside the function, and if you want you can use them inside the function and you can use them outside the function also. If you want to run it, you can use it for both the inside and outside the function. You can do the manipulation. Whereas here it is only accessible inside the function. These local variables are only accessible inside the function. Those will not come out and those not going to give the output outside the function. Okay, it is not going to give the output outside the function, whereas the global is going to act as, it is going to act as public for everyone. The inside the function, what are the variables they have, they are going to use it, and inside outside the function, what are the variables or something they have, they can also use it. That is about the local and global values variables. So coming to the next one, we have the global keyword. Okay, here in the Python we have global keyword. What we are going to do is the global keyword and the local variable, the global variable and local variable may have the same name. In that case, the function by default reflects to the local variable, ignores the global variable. So see here, here we got the same case. Like in the program you have two variables, you have created a two variables. One is outside the function, you have created one variable. Inside the function you have created one variable with the same name. Okay, in this case with the same name you have done it. So here outside the function you are writing a global variable a equal to 1, you are assigning the value a equal to 1, and you have created a function my function, and a equal to 2, print of a equal to, what it is going to print, it is going to print the global one. Okay, here this function is going to print as inside only. Okay, this function is going to print the inside value, but outside here we are calling the function my function of print of a equal to a. What it is going to do, it is going to print the value, it is going to print the outside value, but it is not going to print the insider's value. Okay, fine with this?
Yes, sir.
So see here,
Yes, sir.
it is this print is there inside the function, so that you are getting 2. Okay, this will be executed and you are going to get 2, but outside the function, what is the value we have? Print of a equal to a, it is going to trigger the outside value, the global value it is going to trigger, and you are going to get 1. But here we have one more disadvantage for this function. So here a is 1 outside, this is global, so global is nothing but you can use it inside the function also, right? So inside the function you have same variable, what it is doing, it is erasing the a value equal to 1 and it is writing its local value a equal to 2 and it is printing the 2. So this is what happening. So to overcome this type of issues, what we need to do, we need to use a very keyword called global. Okay, inside the function you want to make them as global. You are creating some variable, but you want to make them also global. Then you can use the global keyword and inside the function. So see this program, a Python program to access global variables inside a function and modify it. So see here, I was taking a variable a equal to 1, the global variable a equal to 1, and function my function global of a, print of global a equal to a, print equal to a equal to 2, and print of modify a equal to a. So what is the output we are going to get? Tell me. My function of print. So see here, firstly we are taking variable a equal to 1, then after taking my function global a, print of global a equal to a and a equal to 2, print of modified a equal to a. My function of print global a equal to a. What will be the output? I want quick answer. 31.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the
1, 2. Output will be 1 and 2.
very good. So global a equal to 1. Firstly, we are going to get global a equal to 1. Then after you are going to get 2.
2.
And again you got 2. Here. You have one more function, global a equal to 2. What it is doing here? See here. Already here it is replacing. Firstly, you are using global a equal to a, right? And you are printing the a. You are not assigning any value. Up to here, you did not assign any value. So what it is going to take? It is going to take the first value, the global value it is going to take. It is printing 1 here. And second, in the third line, what you are doing? You are taking as in creating the same variable with the same name. You are creating, but changing the value as 2. Here it is modified to 2, and not only it has modified, with that what it has done, we are defining global a, right? It is changing the outside value, whatever the global value we have outside the function, what is the original global value we have, for that original global value it is changing the value. Okay, so if you see this one, it is outside the function or not? It is outside the function. These two lines are code are outside the function. I was calling the function and again printing global a equal to a. What it is doing? It is this global a and a equal to 2. They are erasing the outside global function, global variable. Okay, they are erasing outside global variable and they are writing, they are redefining their value into this value a equal to 2 and printing the global value as 2. Okay, so now in the memory space, this actual global variable value was changed to 2. Is that fine? Getting the point?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Ardham, I hope everyone was clear with this. So once see this one, if you want, just refer it. You are going to get it. This is for example, but actual program is, this is the actual program where we are using the global keyword. Okay, just remember this 22 program is the actual program for the global keyword. The first, whatever this first one is there, this is not the first one. We are not using any global keyword here, but in this we are using, just be clear with it. Whenever you are writing and preparing, just be clear. This is our original program for global keyword. Okay. And again, we have another and one more function, one more program also. So please go through the program and understand it. If you have any doubt, just let me know in the tomorrow's class. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
see here, passing a group of elements to a function. Till now, what we have done, we are taking a variable, we are creating a variable and passing some value, and we are calling some parameters, and sorry, or else you are taking a formal arguments and you are passing the actual arguments. In this way, we have done. So till now, we did not take strings or list of numbers or tuples. We are not taking them, and we are not doing any manipulation into the function. But in this, what we are going to do, passing group of elements. Group of elements is nothing but list or tuple or something. We are going to take all the group of elements. It might be string, numbers, or something, and passing them to the function. This is what we are going to do. So coming, will come with a directly program. See here, a function to accept a group of numbers and find their total average. In this program, we are going to take group of numbers. Firstly, we are going to collect the numbers. Then after, you are going to find out the average of them. So see the first one, you are defining the function calculate of list. Okay, you are giving a function calculate of list. This is the formal argument. You are creating a formal argument. Then after, n equal to length of the list. You are for finding the length of the list. How many numbers the user has given. How many numbers the user has given. It is going to find in the list how many elements are there. It is going to find and it is going to store it in the n. And next, sum equal to 0. Whatever the sum variable we have, we are initializing the sum value as 0 because you want to do the total, find the total average, right? You are going to use this sum plus equal to 1. So it should have some value, and that value should be 0 only. For that reason, initial value I was mentioning at it as sum equal to 0. Next one, for loop, I in list. Okay. Inside the for loop, sum plus equal to I, average equal to sum by divided by n, return sum comma average. We are going to return both these arguments. Sum, we are going to return the variable sum, as well as we are going to return the variable argument average. Okay. And next one, coming out of this function, we are coming out of the function. See here, we are coming out of the function. So see here, we are coming out of the function. Print element number separated by spaces, list equal to int of x for x in input of split. We have already done this one, like collecting the numbers in, you are taking a input and you are using a split function. This split function, what this split function is going to do, they are going to split the numbers. They are going to split the numbers whenever it identifies a space. That's the reason we are asking the user enter numbers separated with by the space. Okay, the user is going to give the numbers with the space, and whenever the space triggers, it is going to separate it and it is going to convert it into the integer, and it is going to store it into the list. That is what we are going to do it in this line. And next one, x comma y equal to calculate of list. Okay, this calculate is nothing but this function. Okay, here we have function, right? Calculate of list. So what are the values are there, x, y, those values, these calculate function is going to calculate of list is going to do the function, and it is going to store it in the x and y. What this print is going to do, it is going to print total, what is the total, and x value, and average value will be printed with the corresponding y. Okay, so see here what it is doing below here. So see here what it is doing. Firstly, it is collecting the inputs from the user, enter the number separated with the space. We have given 10, 20, 30, 40 and 51. Now we have a list of numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51. Now what it is going to do, it is going to take the firstly, it is going to encoder this calculate. It is going to create a calculate function in the background, and it is going to take the length n equal to length of the list. What is the length of the list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 5 is the number, right? 5 will be stored into the n. Okay. 5 will be stored into the n. Now what is the n value? 5 will be stored into the n. 5 is the n value now. Next, sum we are already mentioning it as 0. Now starting with this for loop, we are going to take the list. What is the list first value? 10, right? The 10 value will be picked and it is going to give it to the I. Now I value is 10. Okay, I value is 10. I value is 10. We are writing the I value as 10. And then after you are doing the addition, you are doing this sum equal to sum plus I. You are adding your sum value 10 value to the sum. Now what is the sum value? 10. Average equal to sum by n. 10 divided by n. What is the value you are going to get? You are going to get 2, right? You are
2.
going to get 2. You are going to store the 2 into the average and you are going to return sum and the average, and you are going to come again to this one list and you are going to change the value into 20 and you are going to add it for this sum. What is the sum? 10 plus 20, 30. Now the sum value is 30. Again, the sum, in the sum what we have? 30, right? 30 divided by 5, 15. Average is 15. Return sum comma average. In that way, we are going to take all this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 in the iterations, and you are going to get the final output, the sum and average you are going to get. Here we are using sum and average, right? We have two arguments here. So we have two arguments. So here we have x and y. Here we have x and y. What it is going to do in the positional notations way, you're calling this one, right? Calculate of list. You're calling that function, right? Calculate of list. So what it is going to do, it is going to take these two arguments and those will be printed into this arguments. Okay, those will be these values. Sum will be stored in the position manner for the x, and average will be given to the y. And we are printing the total equal to x as 151 and print of average as 30.2. Okay, this is what we are going to do. If you can do it 151 divided by 5, you are going to get the average. Okay, fine. Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
So
Yes,
in
sir.
this, what we need to remember? Tell me. What we need to remember? Passing, you are doing passing group of elements. You are not passing a single element. Rather, you are passing group of elements. So this is the thing you need to remember. List equal to int of x for x in input function dot split. This is the line you need to remember for this topic. Okay. This is the main part we are doing. We are the manipulation, the sum of two numbers. Already we have done multiple times. N number of times we have done this sum of numbers and doing taking the inputs from the user. We have done multiple times. But in this program, what we are focusing on, we are creating a list, taking the input, multiple inputs from the user, and those inputs you are giving it to the function and you are running the function, right? That is what you are doing. Please remember that point. Fine with it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the next program. Please go through this next program. What is happening? So here you are differentiating it with the comma. Okay. Nothing but you are differentiating a function to display group of strings. You're collecting the group of strings from the user. You're collecting group of strings with the from the user, and you are splitting it by using the comma. Okay, I think we have seen this one. Split function in the strings. In the strings, we have seen this one. Splitting something, some string, splitting the strings, splitting the sentences. Here we have seen. So please see this one and understand what. If you have any doubt, just ask me in the class. Okay. So see here the recursive function. I have told already. We have discussed this recursive function in the lab session. Again, I'll tell you. See here. So a function that calls itself is also known as recursive function. For example, we can write the factorial. So remember this one, a function that calls itself. Okay, we are not using any return type or some other thing. It is repeating itself. It is calling itself. It is calling itself until the condition gets down. It is going to run itself. So that is what these recursive functions are. Yes, yes. Ketan, what happened, Ketan? Any doubt? Ketan only, right? Ketan ఉన్నాడా మీ క్లాస్ లో?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell him to be silent. If he has any doubt, just tell me to message or ask me in the class. And so see here, factor in this recursive, the most used and most important one is there is like the factorial. Any exams, anything, this is the recursive function is most important one. In this recursive function, the most important is the factorial programs, because the factorial programs you are going to do the multiplication of numbers. So in a recursive, multiple times you need to multiply those numbers, right? For that reason, we need to use the recursive functions for this factorial. Okay. So see the example, already we have done it. I don't want to again go with this one, but see the program and understand it. Okay. If you want, I'll tell you. If not, I'll continue with the next one. Because we have important concepts. Next, we have a few more important concepts. So please tell me, should I explain the recursive? The program, whatever the program is there, I'll explain in the class only. Okay, this program, because board is required for it. I'll explain it in the class only. But recursive, what the recursive is going to do, it is going to call itself. Okay, no one is going to call, or else multiple times you need to do the task. No one is going to tell. It is going to tell itself, the self motivation. Like in that way, it is going to call itself multiple times until the condition ends or something. Not the condition. It is going to run itself. Okay. Fine. So see here.
Sir.
Yeah. So I'm just I will explain this one in the class. Okay, one class I'll take 10 minutes and I'll explain the code. So coming to the anonymous blocks. So these anonymous blocks are nothing but, see this one, see this example. See this example. You have created a function. What is the function name? Square of x. You are creating a function square of x, and you are returning x into x. What will be the value? Just think that I was giving 2, x equal to 2. What will be the value? Tell me.
4.
Very good. So it is multiplying, it is doing the expression, and it is retaining the expression, right? X into x. So it is going to take 2 into 2, and it is going to return the 4 value. So you don't want to create a function. When you create a function, what it is going to do? It is going to take some space, and you need, if you want to reuse it, you need to create a function, and the function also takes some space in the memory. But for the temporary, you don't want to create a function. You want to directly execute the code. At that time, you can use this anonymous block. Like, you don't want to create a function. Without a function, you want to do some operation. At that time, you can use this anonymous functions or lambdas. Okay, you can either use, you can call it as lambdas or anonymous function. Just for some time, we'll call it as anonymous function. So what is this? A function without a name called is anonymous function. So far, the functions we wrote defined using the keyword diff. Okay, but anonymous functions are not defining using def. They are defined using the keyword lambda, and hence they are also called as lambda functions. Okay, either if you want you can call it as lambda functions, if not you can call it as anonymous functions. So see this one, this is a normal function which has the function name as square, and it has the return value and you are returning it. But here see this anonymous block or lambda block, what we are doing, we are just writing lambda keyword and you are writing your expression, and you are writing your argument and you are returning your expression. You are going to get the same value for it. Okay, if you give 2, you are going to get the return type also. Here no need to create a function, and as well as no need to use the return statement also. Okay, please remember, no need to use the def keyword, like for defining the function the keyword def is not required, and as well as no requirement of creating the square function, and no requirement of using the return statement. Directly you are writing lambda and you are writing your expression, what you want to print, you are printing it. No return statement is also there. Okay, that is what this anonymous block or lambda functions are. Fine.
Yes,
Getting
sir.
it? I think you did not understand. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So just blindly remember, lambda functions or anonymous functions, they don't have function name, and we are not going to use we are not going to define them. We are not going to use the define keyword, and we are not going to use the return statement also. We are directly writing the keyword lambda, and you are writing your expression, you are creating your variable, and you are doing your manipulation. Okay, this is the syntax for it, the format or the syntax. Lambda, you are going to use the lambda keyword, and you are going to use the argument. What is the argument list? Okay, the is it a formal or something, format or formal argument or actual argument, you are giving it, and you are writing your expression and you are printing it. This is the syntax. Lambda is a keyword, and the argument equal to argument list, the variable or something, the argument name and the expression. That is what we are doing here. So see here, if a function returns some value, we assign the value to a variable y equal to square of. So leave this one. We'll directly jump into the program. See this program. So see this program, what we have done. Just anyone tell me what we are doing in this program. So see here, in this program, what we are doing, a Python program to create a lambda function that returns a square value of a given number. Okay, what we are creating a variable. Okay, we are creating a variable f equal to lambda, the variable argument name x, and you are giving your expression x into x, and you are what you are doing here next, value equal to f of 5. Okay, whatever this f is there, this f is there, this f we are taking it as variable, and previously we have already done, you are going to take a variable and you are going to convert it into the function, and you are going to make it as a function. So here what I am doing is, I was taking f as a variable, and I was writing lambda x equal to x into x. But now in the value variable, what I am doing, I was converting into the function. I was making into a object. I was making a object call f of 5. So what it is going to do, in the f we have x only. So this 5 will be stored into the x, and x is going to do the manipulation x 5 into 5, and it is going to return into the x, and this x will be returning into the f. Now function f of 5, we are going to get the value as 25. Okay, print square root of 5 equal to the value. You're calling this value variable. Now you are going to get the result as 25. Okay, easy. Only within 3 lines you are completing your square of doing square root of numbers or squaring of numbers. If you write the code, just assume if you are writing a code, first here we need to create a variable, then after you need to create a function. Inside the function you need to write your expression, then after you need to return that expression, and finally you need to call it, you need to give the argument, then after you need to print it. So it is taking around 8 to 9 lines. So you are decreasing the line of code. Okay, you are decreasing the line of code, as well as you are decreasing the line of code, you are decreasing the complexity of the code also. Okay, and you are not creating your functions also, directly you are calling it, you are doing it. Okay, is that fine with this?
Yes, sir.
So see
Sir.
this. Yeah. So see this one. So this is the same thing, you are doing the same thing, sum of two numbers. So taking a variable f equal to lambda x comma y. So x plus y. Okay, by positional arguments, what it is going to do in this result, we are mentioning f of 1.55 comma 10. By positional method, we are going to take this 1.55, store it in the x, 10 will be given to the y, and x plus y is 11.5. It is going to return this 11.5. Okay, here if you can see in this code, we are not using any function, we are not calling the function, but for passing the arguments you are using a function, but you are not using any return statement also. Directly you are writing the lambda keyword and giving your arguments, doing the manipulation and passing out the function. Okay, fine.
Yes,
Easy or
sir.
not? Easy or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
see this program. For the same thing, you we have 3 or 4 programs. So in this, what we are doing in this program, you are finding out maximum number, bigger number in the list. So here collecting the number. See here in the first line, you are creating a variable, taking the x and y, and you are checking the condition that x, if x greater than or equal to y, else y, and you are writing a comma b, and you are taking the input from the user, how many values are required, you are taking from the user, and you are splitting them by using the comma, and what you are doing next, print of bigger number equal to max function. Here max function, how the max function works, it is going to compare between a and b, and it is going to take the maximum value between the a and b. So it has done, this max function is doing that job, and we are printing our output. Okay, checking the condition, by checking the condition you are going to print the value. Okay, so next one, using the lambdas with filter function. So I'll explain this filter function in the class only. Okay, filter function, under this map function, all these are there. These are all not mostly required, but you need to understand what is happening. Okay, these are all under the lambda only, but I'll explain this lambda and everything in the class. Okay, in the class session I'll be explaining. Okay, those are all not mostly important, but you need to know it. Okay, so next, see here, just within 5 minutes I'll be winding up. Okay, don't worry, I've taken extra minutes, but please listen. So next what we have is function decorators. Okay, function decorators. So a function decorator is a function that accepts a function as a parameter and returns a function. Okay, here a function is going, we are going to create a function and accept a value from the function as a parameter. Okay, you are going to accept a value from a parameter, and you are going to return some value to the parameter. That is about this function decorators. So see this example. So see this example. What we are doing, a decorator to increase the value of function by 2. Here we are creating decor of fun function. Okay, this argument fun is this argument. For now, this is an argument. The fun is an argument. Now next, what is the next one? This is the second function we are creating, inner function, value equal to function. Okay, fun fun function. Okay, value equal to fun function. Now what we need to return? Return value plus 2. We need to return value plus 2. Return inner function. And what we are doing next? Define number, return 10. Here you are returning 10. Result function. Here where we have the result function. This is a temporary. We are taking the temporary equal to decor of number. Okay, what is the decor of number? The decor, this is the function, and you are taking one function and you are passing it as a parameter. In this function, if you can see, in this num function, in the num function, we have 10. So num equal to 10. You can assume that num equal to 10. So you are going to take this value and you are passing this num value into the decor function. Okay, you are passing it into the decor function. So what is happening? You are using the function. You are using this one. See this one. Accepts a function. It is accepting a function is accepting a function as a parameter. Okay, a function is passing as a function and passing a parameter. Now we are passing a parameter into the function. We are going to print what is the value I'm going to get? Tell me. In this decor of num, now num equal to 10, right? Num equal to 10. It has returned 10, so num function is going to have 10. Num is 10. Now what we are doing, decor of num is come under it. In the under the decor, what we have? Inner value equal to function. So value, what is the value? Value plus 2. We are going to return 12 value. Okay, the value will be 12 and this will be returned to the function, and this value decor of num we are going to get it as 12. Okay, result equal result fun, and print of result equal to, you are going to print your value 12. Okay, result fun represents inner function, whereas result fun and display the result. Okay, fine, understood what is happening. Simple. A function, you are taking a function, you are taking one function and you are accepting a value. You are accepting a value or a parameter from the other function and returning into the other function. Okay, here you have 2-3 functions. One function you have creating function, in that you are doing some manipulation. In the second function you are accepting one parameter. In the third function you are returning that value. What are the values you have in the first function, second function? You are taking them and you are returning them. That is all about this function decorators. Okay, so see here, a decorator takes the result of a function, modifies the result and returns it. Okay, I'll explain these generators and actually the generators and this. If we complete three topics in it, in this we need to more complete three concepts. Okay, if we complete 3 concepts, we'll complete our chapter. Okay, we'll complete our function chapter. After completion of this function chapter, we can jump into the next chapter, the second chapter, the regular expressions. Okay, is that fine with this, everyone? No, only 21, 22, 23 and 46, sometimes 31. They are only responding. Remaining all, what they are doing, I don't know. ఉన్నారా లేరో కూడా తెలియదు. ఓ పని చేద్దాం.
Sir,
We'll
21 I said, sir.
Yeah, sorry. 21, 22, 23 you members are responding and 46 is responding. The remaining, they are sleeping. I'll do one thing. I don't know. I'll take the attendance. So please respond to the attendance 1.
Present, sir.
అమ్మో ఉన్నారా ఇప్పటి వరకు? మరి మాట్లాడలేదు ఏంటమ్మా?
Present, sir.
అదే ప్రెసెంటే. Why you are not responding well? I was asking the questions. Why you are not answering whenever I was asking? You are understanding you are understanding the concepts or not? So please respond. We have less than 1 minute. 1 present, 2, 3, 4, 5,